Hey guys, Mike Martin here. Today I'm just going to quickly run through something and just show you how your rank and rent business could actually be negatively affecting the SEO of your website, especially if you're in the emergency services industries. When I show it you, it'll be something you probably think, oh, I never even thought of that. But there's a really easy way, a really easy solution to it, and I'll also show you that at the end. Right, so basically, I'm just going to pretend I'm a client, okay? Now, I'm a client coming in, I'm looking for a plumber in, say, Manchester. So I'll come in, I'll type in plumber Manchester, and I click go, okay? Okay, if it's a rank and rent website, it's not going to be in the ads. So you're going to be down here, and you're either going to be on the GMBs, or you're going to be on here, okay? So let's say this is your site, Manchester-Plumbers. What happens is, a customer comes, they click on it, yes? Google can see them do that. I don't know if it's my internet or nope. A customer comes on, they click on it, Google can see they've done that. They can see that they're scooting down your site and they're having a look at your site like this, like I'm doing right now, okay? Because Google's now got a brain. And then they can also see if they've clicked this number or if they've clicked on this click to call, yes? So they click on the click to call, like so. And time goes on for about 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, okay? And then what happens is they click back up, and they scroll down the list and they click on this one. Right, now what's just happened is, basically, now this is a situation which is happening in a heck of a lot of sites, okay? So what will happen with your rank and rent sites is your customers will stop working at, say, 8 o'clock at night. Okay, so say you're renting your sites out to a plumber's, but a plumbing business is a 24-hour emergency service. A plumbing business is a 24-hour business, and they receive calls 24 hours a day, as do locksmiths, as do electricians, as do roofers, and a lot of other industries. There's a heck of a lot of industries out there that receive calls 24 hours a day. Okay, so what would happen is they didn't get what they want from the first site they went to, this one here, so they backed out. Or they came back to Google and they typed in plumber Manchester again, and then they scrolled down the page and they found a different website and they clicked on a different website. They finish what they're doing on the different website, they click, they make the call gets answered, the customer says I'm on my way out. Then they go back to Google and best place to buy cheap shoes in Manchester. What does Google know now I've just written that in? Well, Google doesn't know anything, but Google thinks that I've just searched for a plumber in Manchester, clicked on the first one, didn't get what I wanted, so I backed out, went back to the same listing, scrolled down the page and clicked on another Manchester plumber, okay? And then I got what I wanted because the next time I backed out of the website, I did a different search. Okay, you understand? So what Google knows now from going back into that plumber Manchester listing, it knows I went to this one, I didn't find what I was looking for, which is already ranked higher than this one that I went to when I did find what I was looking for. Okay, so if your rank and rent sites, if you've got a plumber, roofer, electrician, joiner, locksmith, whatever, renting your sites off you, and he stops answering the phone at 8 o'clock at night, that can actually negatively affect the SEO of your website. So the way to deal with this, the better way to deal with this to make sure that the SEO is not negatively affected for you, so obviously your sites rank better and your client receives more leads and gets more things. When you're setting up your rank and rent clients, okay, go into your call center, and we'll delete this one at the minute. And what you need to do is you need to discuss this with your clients. What time do you stop answering your phone on a night? Explain to them, be honest with them, say, well, look, it's not good for us. It actually negatively affects us if the phone calls are not being answered. What we can do is I can pass them on to somebody else so that everything's getting dealt with correctly. So, Joe the plumber, select his number. We always use that one. Okay, record calls. And then we can just click save here. So that's pretty much all you need to do to set up a rank and rent client. Obviously, it'd be better to set him up in his industry just so that it works correct for the system. Right, so let's say he stops answering his phone calls at 8 o'clock at night. Okay, dial all calls to Joe's number. So we're going to add Joe's number in here. And we're going to say, right, he'll work, let's say he works Monday to Friday, 9 till 8. Okay, a lot of these will be getting missed out as well. Okay, so we've got 20, 00, number, oh, and it's Joe, yeah? But now we're also in a situation now where we're looking at this and we know that Joe doesn't answer his phone calls after 8 o'clock. So all of a sudden this number now becomes dead. Now, it's totally up to you if you want to sell these leads. You can set it up after 8 o'clock where you sell the leads to a third party. You can set it up where Joe redirects it to somebody else who's answering the calls and you add their number in here. So let's say we've got somebody who works from 8 o'clock at night. Now, if you can't sell them, give them away. It really doesn't matter. It really does not matter, right? Because if Joe stops buying these leads off you, the guy that you've just been giving the leads at night for the last 6 months, and you say, oh, the site where you get the nighttime leads has come free, what's he going to do? He's going to buy it off you straight away, okay? So let's call him Nighttime Joe. And again, same situation. You've got the site there. Joe's working 9 to 8, Monday to Friday. This guy's doing, Nighttime Joe's doing 8 at night till, what should we say, 8:01 at night to 8:59 in the morning. And then let's say, okay, we've got a guy that also will cover 24 hours at weekends for us. Yep, so he's going to cover the whole weekend. And so this is one of your rank and ranked sites. So basically what's been going on previously, and we'll call this guy Weekend Joe, yeah? So what's been going on previously is Joe's been answering his phone at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning, and he works through till 8 o'clock on an evening, and he does that 5 days a week, and then all the other calls that come into his site are being completely wasted. So the people are backing off his site and they're scrolling down the page and they're going to other businesses, other people's businesses, okay? Now you've set this up with Joe. It doesn't matter if you sell these leads, doesn't matter if you give these leads away, doesn't matter if you send them to another plumber and he doesn't even realize you're doing it, okay? If it looks to Google like people are coming to your website, okay, clicking on this, and then they're clicking on the phone number, and they're getting dealt with, then they're coming back out, and they're typing in, where can I get cheap shoes? Something like that. It's a completely different search term, okay? It's completely changed. So because it's completely changed, it knows they've been dealt with and they got sorted out, okay? So when you're setting up your rank and rent clients inside of Lead Simplify, what you need to do is you need to make sure that all of the hours and days are covered. Speak to your clients and say, look, if you're not answering them at certain times of night, we'll arrange for somebody to answer the calls for you. Okay, whether you're giving the calls away and not making any money, or whether you're selling them and making a shit ton of money selling leads, $20, $40, $50 a piece, that's completely up to you. But what you need to do is make sure, especially if you're in the emergency services industry, that every single call that goes through to your site is being answered. Because if it's not being answered and dealt with, and the search is not changing in Google, it will negatively affect your sites when other businesses in the same industry are answering their phones 24 hours a day. Okay guys, I hope that helps you to understand that a little bit, and I hope it helps. Thank you very much. Speak to you all soon. Cheers, bye-bye.